also because it moves with two types of fuel. One is diesel, but diesel in Portugal is getting so expensive nowadays. Right? So we are going to use the second type of fuel, okay? So when we arrive to the water, me and the captain are going to stop the vehicle and we are going to distribute for all of you paddles. Do you have positive energy? Yay! Oh yeah! So how are we going to show this to our vehicle? Every time I'll say Hippo, Hippo, you will lift up your arms and scream Hola. But we really have to do it, you know why? Because it's written on my contract. So we really need to do it or else I get fired. Don't worry. But I have another. It's up to you. You can choose if you believe it or not. And 5% is very best, just to make things more interesting. We will also talk about two main subjects. One is the worst catastrophe that ever happened to us. So a great topic to talk about in your vacations. I totally agree. You're welcome. And the second one will be the Portuguese discoveries. Does anyone heard about the Portuguese discoveries?
No.
No? Don't worry, I learned it last week to tell you now, okay? So the Portuguese discoveries were a time between the centuries of 15 to 17 in which the Portuguese tried to discover the maritime path to all over the world. And you know what? We succeeded! That's the Portuguese discoveries, right? There's nothing more. I'm kidding, we will talk more about it further on our adventure, okay? Do not worry about it. But firstly...
Banana!
Oh yeah, baby. So here on your right, this is the onion spark. We used to storage all the onions that we imported during the Portuguese discoveries in this area. Nowadays, as you can see, we do not storage any more onions in here. We still have the same smell, we still have the same name because it still has the same smell.
Look at the pink flower. Pink flowers.
And here on your right, this is a very important building for all the Portuguese people, okay? In Portugal, you have buildings with specific colors. This type of yellow, it means that's a building from the government. You have a light blue, that means that that building is for the Navy. This one is where all the Portuguese people come to cry. It's the finance ministry. It was a yes, it was a yes, because if it would be no, he would be, she was half a snake, so he said, do you believe in me?
Yeah.
For the ones who believe in me, thank you.
Banana!
Banana. Thank you. For the ones who do not believe in me. So, the lady is saying that they came from Southampton. The man is saying she's our most important trading hub. So we used to build ships in here, and we used to storage all the goods that we imported and about to export in here. Nowadays, we do not storage any more goods or build any ships, but we do ship people.
Banana!
I know this is a grandpa joke, it's not even a dad joke, it's a grandpa one, okay? I'm working on it. But on your right, this is a train station in which you can catch a train to go to Cascais. It's 20 minutes from here, and the trip itself is totally worth it because you go alongside the river the whole time. You can catch a ferry boat to go to the South Park, you can catch a bus, a taxi, an Uber, a Bolt, the subway. You can catch any type of vehicle to go anywhere in Lisbon from here. And at night, you can also catch a spaceship. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da. This is the bar area. Started in 1494 when the Pope divided the world into halves. The Oriental part for the Portuguese to discover, and the Occidental part for our Spanish friends to discover. And That's why in 1514 we arrived in China. And in China we discovered about two amazing things. One of them, it's orange, it's a fruit, it is? Yes, oranges, perfect! Loads and loads of oranges that we discovered, and they were great. They were marvelous, so we brought them to Portugal. And during our journey, we discovered that our sailors stopped dying from scurvy. So nowadays, we know that they were dying from scurvy due to the lack of vitamin. Exactly, I love it! But at the time, they didn't know, so they thought that the oranges were a miraculous fruit. So every time we went to other countries, we were bringing a little bit of silver, a little tiny bit of gold, and loads and loads and loads of... Yes, and we were giving everybody? Of course, so here's an orange for you. It comes from Portugal. But we were saying it in Portuguese. We were saying, aqui está uma laranja para ti, vem de Portugal. What could you understand? Babadi babada, Portugal. Shiri bibi bibi, Portugal. So they did. So in many countries that got oranges from our influence, for example, in Romania, Turkey, Bulgaria, Greece, even in some parts of southern Italy, you can still ask for an orange as... Yes, Portugal, Portugal. Yes, you can go to Google Translator and confirm. I let you. And in China, we also discovered about the second most consumed drink all over the world. Do you know what that is? Tea! Perfect! So, we discovered about tea, but in China, they call tea cha. So we transcribed the sound and created the word with 4 letters. T-C-H-A. T-C-H-A. We brought cha to Portugal, we put it in millions of small bags, and then we wanted to export the little bags. But firstly, we had to label the bags. Now, could you imagine, without printers, computers, all handwritten, in every single small baggie, cha, 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 cha. That would take too long, so we got practical. When one asks, we were practical, not lazy. Practical. And only wrote the first letter. And then we exported the bags all over the world, and now the country that got their drink due to the influence of the Portuguese still calls it the first letter today. The letter? Exactly! So, for example, does anyone know how to say tea in Spanish? Hey, how do you say tea in French? Anyone else? Hey, how do you say tea in Italian? Anyone else? Hey, how do you say tea in Dutch? Anyone else? Perfect. And in Dutch? Perfect. And in English? Yes, for a whole different reason. So, when we went to England, we were carrying big boxes saying Transporte Ervas Aromáticas, which translated means transportation of aromatic herbs. The initial letters of those words in Portuguese are T-E-A. And how do you write T in English? Yes, perfect, thank you. So, nowadays the Portuguese don't write chá with 4 letters. We only write chá with 3 letters. C-H-A, chá. So I usually say that we get the tea to the world and get the chá to ourselves. Oh yeah.